Hi guys, I'll be doing a short video today on how to set up the Dremel flex shaft. The flex shaft lets you use your Dremel accessory sort of like a pen since it's lightweight and thin. This is opposed to if you're using a Dremel normally, which can get really heavy over time and the weight can make it hard to be precise with the tool. To set it up, set aside the flex shaft and grab your Dremel tool. For safety, if it's a wired tool like the 4300 here, unplug it before setting it up. If it has a battery like the 8220 here, remove the battery. Then you want to remove the accessory, the collet and the collet nut, and the nose cap on the outside of the tool. You can then take the drive cap that came with the Dremel flex shaft and thread it onto the Dremel while holding the lock button down. Fully tighten it with the wrench just as you would with an accessory. Once it's on tight, you'll see that it has a square hole and the attaching end of the Dremel flex shaft has a square cable, so you'll need to align those together. Once they're aligned, screw it onto the Dremel. I'm twisting the Dremel itself since the whole flex shaft will want to rotate while you're screwing it on. And then you're set. At the working end of the Dremel, you can screw the collet back on loosely and then add your attachment. Once the attachment is in, the only button on the flex shaft acts the same as the lock button on the Dremel. So hold it down as you tighten the collet and keep holding it down until the attachment is well secured by using the wrench. Dremel recommends having the tool at least a couple of feet above the flex shaft, so I've hung it here on the wall above my work table. And there you have it. That's all you need to do. To make sure it was installed properly, I started at a low RPM. And then I turn it up to the RPM that I need for the job. I usually don't use a flex shaft because you can't attach the easy twist cap to it, so you need to use the wrench every time you want to change the attachment, which is frustrating for me because I change the attachments really frequently when I'm carving. It also makes it so that you have to reach over to turn off the Dremel, which isn't a huge deal, but again it takes the process of changing the accessories a little bit longer. I do like the flex shaft if I'm only using one accessory for a long period of time, and it really does help with hand fatigue, but for everyday use I usually don't bother with it. If the weight of the Dremel is too much for you and you're using a battery operated Dremel like the 8220, especially if you're doing something small that won't take too long, I'd recommend using the Dremel Lite. It's a battery powered Dremel that's still pretty powerful and it's super lightweight, so you can be really precise while using it. You basically can use it in lieu of using the flex shaft. The Dremel Lite's also nice in that it's cordless, since you get a little resistance when you're using the Dremel flex shaft at some angles, since it's connected to that thick rubber cord along with the metal wire inside. Alright, thanks for watching guys. I hope that was helpful. Check out the rest of my channel if you're not already subscribed to see some how-tos and carving videos, and I'll see you next time.